Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Life in the Laura Lane, this time from my classroom. Um, Thought I'd go ahead and use some time that I have to go through a to-do list, and you definitely um, need to make a to-do list when you're trying to get through essentially 2 weeks of craziness. And so I added Life in the Laura Lane to this list. The first thing that I want to do is really talk to you about Wizard World. It was amazing. So, as my first convention where I was actually a convention goer and not a volunteer, it was a really interesting experience because I found myself often thinking, oh my gosh, well, what if I miss my shift? Well, what if I miss this? And really, I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is not my job. My job is to be doing this or to be doing that, not trying to be a green shirt. Because for Dallas Comic Con, we're orange shirts, and at Wizard World, they're green shirts. So it was kind of interesting to go, oh, wait, that's not the right color. This is not, in fact, my job. But it was fun. I think the convention center in New Orleans was fantastic. It was really, really a very large space, and they used it well. There wasn't a lot of congestion in terms of where people were, especially like Artist Alley and the exhibition center, where all of the buying, all of the money spending was. I think the most congested it was like around noon on Saturday when people were trying to find something for Chris Evans and the cast of Civil War to sign, because everybody was like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna have signed. You're supposed to come with those things, but whatever, right? So the venue was amazing. They had an auditorium for the big panels, and I know that the Civil War panel was there because I was second row. If you've seen my Instagram, you've seen my silly pseudo selfie with the cast with my friend Heather. So I think they did that one, and then I think Shatner was in there, and maybe the Doctor Who panel. I only went to the Civil War panel, so I can't really speak to the rest of them. But it was a lot of fun to go in there. They filed them in pretty quickly. They lined us up beforehand. It was clear, and there was not a lot of, well, where do I go? Because essentially, as soon as you came up the escalator, if you were general admission, they were like, you're going this way. And if you are a premier, gold, silver, or copper, which I was the silver package, you go this way. And then when we went this way, they had all of the lines. It was really nice. I kind of took some mental notes to share with my Dallas Comic Con people and be like, hey, look, this is how it was at Wizard World. I love my convention. Don't think I don't, because I really do. The panel itself, let me tell you how interesting the panel was, because it was moderated by the two directors, so Joe and Anthony Russo. So they had insight, so they were trying to field questions that would be too spoilery, but then they also gave information away that made us feel like we were getting something that I don't actually know how much information we left Wizard World with that wasn't already out there, but they made us feel as if we were like some top secret group. It's really cool. I like that. And being second row, I felt like every 2 minutes, Chris Evans or Haley Atwell was looking me directly in the eye. Watch my Instagram for the photos. I borrowed Heather's camera about 10 minutes into the panel. She was taking pictures, and I was like, hey, can I borrow that real fast? And she pretty much was like, here, I know you take really good pictures, go for it. So I don't even want to admit how many pictures I took, but they're really good, and I'm waiting for the Dropbox link so that I can share them. And if you follow, and you should, if you're a nerd, you should follow Nerdy Graw on Instagram and Facebook and all the social medias, as well as Nerdy Curiosities. My friends run these, but they're fantastic. Nerdy Curiosities actually writes for the Nerd Machine, which is Zachary Levi's company. So Zachary Levi being king of nerds, it's pretty powerful that my NC girls actually write for them. It's kind of cool. I will post their blogs and stuff to my Instagram and so that you guys can see where to go, because I highly recommend you go take a look at their recaps as well, because they're pretty great. The last thing I want to talk about before we close out this video is cosplay. I cosplayed as a USO girl from Captain America, the First Avenger, and the costume was handmade. Okay, so if you've seen, I'm gonna upload, I put like this little bitty baby video together. It's like 1 minute 20 seconds. I was on the convention floor. I was feeling really inspired. So it's not really a full thing. It's just me like ranting, right? Because that's what I normally do. But like taking the costume, because this is the 3rd time I think I've cosplayed, but I think this is the most successful I've ever cosplayed. It was really awesome to watch the costume go from just material and elastic to this grand, just made me feel amazing costume. So if you ever get the chance to cosplay, do it. Even if it is you went to the thrift store and put it together yourself, like, it doesn't matter. Like, people are amazed that you have that much passion. Like, I was getting stopped by people and saying like, oh my gosh, your costume is so cool, you look amazing. And even my photo with Chris Evans, like, I kid you not, guys, so the girls in front of me and my friend Ronnie just had a flip out, like screamed and like ran at him. And if you know anything about Chris Evans, you know that he has extreme anxiety, so he really did not take these girls screaming very well, which meant that when it came to my photo, he was anxious. So you kind of see it in his eyes, but these girls were trying to talk to him and they definitely were like being ignored, because he looked at me, looked at my costume, kind of was like, you know, gave me the nod. Made me feel good. Like, when the talent notices your cosplay, like, that's really cool. So I highly recommend cosplaying, and just, I think I put it like, let your geek flag fly, or nerd flag fly, however you want to put it. Just be yourself. And that's the biggest thing that I got from Wizard World, because it really reminded me that there's no reason to be ashamed of who you are. So, but that's what I got for my convention update. Watch my Instagram for new photos. I'm having my Chris Evans photo cleaned up. It was a little light, so I'm having one of the teachers here darken it up, take it through Photoshop, and do all of his magic. And then as soon as that's up, it'll be on Instagram, and I will see you guys probably same place for a video about falling off the wagon, which in a journey for health happens a lot. So thanks for watching, guys. See ya.